Hello everyone, glad to have you all here. Today we will trade Nasdaq, crude oil. I don't have any trade for now because the market is in a strong uptrend. So it's clearly that we are looking for long trades today, and we can mark all levels here. But before we start, I want to give you some good news. There are some changes in LMI rules. So now each trader can have up to 3 funded session accounts at the same time. And also the number of connected funded sessions accounts can be increased at the trader's request on a personal basis. And the second one is a requalifying process has been simplified. Now before rule violation occurs during a funded session, the trader can request requalifying, and there will always be a transition to qualifying or qualifying pro account depending on the type of account that has been posted. So and also the third news that there is a new instrument, Euro Shots FGBS. It's added only for European traders. It has very low commission at 0.56 euro cents. So you can try to trade this instrument as well. And I think we can look at it today. Let's start with it actually. Because I don't see any nice level at Nasdaq that price can reach in the nearest time. There is really strong trend, and I think we have to wait at least like 20-30 minutes until price makes some retracement and we can have any nice situation here. So let's look at this instrument. I think it's like same situation. We have to look for long trades here. It's not volatile. Let's check its daily range. It's around 44 ticks. I think we can trade it as well. Maybe on the next sessions we can add it to our watch list. And actually, like my favorite instrument is a Nasdaq. Also I trade crude oil, but we have this similar situation. We have a strong trend. Same on a crude oil, same on a Nasdaq. So I don't see any like level which is close to the current price, so we can have a trade here. So guys, if you want to make some trades review, you can send it to our Telegram group. Anyway, we have to mark levels in case price can reach them. So the first level that I can see here is around 12,316. We put alert there, and also we can trade from I think around 12,261. If we are talking about FGBS, the first level will be at 104.84, and the only thing we can do now is to wait a retracement, because I don't know how far price can go here. It's not predictable. I'm not gonna sell here because there is a really strong trend, and the risk reward will be not nice, because even if I find some nice level, for example on a Nasdaq, if you see some nice levels on H1 time frame, I'm not sure that the price can make a nice target here. So there will be a nice retracement. For example, I can say that the first level of resistance we have at 12,375. I can't say it's really strong, but maybe we can, if you don't have any other situation, if you don't have any other level, so maybe we can find something here, but the profit target will be not as big as we want, because sometimes traders think that if price went like a long distance, it will always make a big retracement. That's actually not true. Sometimes the price can go higher and higher and higher, and like only few percent retracements. So especially on a Nasdaq, especially on instruments like Nasdaq, the retracement can never happen. Like, yes, it will definitely happen after some time, but maybe you don't have enough money to wait or anticipate this retracement. So in our case, I think the first level that we can look for a short trade is not earlier than 12,375, but I'm not saying it's like really nice level, but maybe there is some situation will happen here and we can open a short trade with a small target. I'm not pretending to get a big profit here, but because our session is limited, we have only 1 hour, so I'm trying to squeeze from this hour at least 1 or 2 trades. Let's see how lucky we are today. And also, as I said before, the best trades today is a long trades. And there is also possibility that price can go down dramatically. So for that scenario, we need the price to go below 12,255. Until then, we consider only long trades. I'll give you a link for a Telegram group. And you can use this QR code for joining our Telegram channel. You can scan it and you can add our channel. because I'm not sure that YouTube will allow us to post any link. So the main point when I trade and I missed the opportunity to enter at the beginning of the trend, for example, somewhere here, yeah, at the lowest point, what can we do? We can't open a trade just at any place, because we have to remember that the retracement can happen, and it can be like 30-50%. So the price can go up to 12,255. And let's consider if we open a trade somewhere here, okay, and price drops to 12,255. It means we need a stop loss that is $1,300. So our profit target should be at least 3 times more. So it would be around $4,000, and I'm not sure we can get today such a big profit, because we have already around 2% movement up, 1.75. So for opening a long trade, we need a confirmation. Anyway, we need some kind of level of support, and I think the first level of support could be somewhere here. We have alert here. It will be touched by the price very soon, but it does mean we can open a trade immediately. Anyway, we need some kind of confirmation, and there are only a few types of confirmation that I use. The first is the volume. The second is the reaction of the price, how it reacts to the level. And if the reaction is appropriate, we can open a long trade. But because the retracement here is really small, like only less than third part of 1%, the price can go even lower. I want to confirm before opening a trade here that price couldn't go lower. So for that we can wait for another test. So we understand where the level is. It is right here. So after a second confirmation, after a second retest, I think we can consider a long here. I'm not trying to have like a huge profit here. The first target will be at, I think, around 12,340 or even lower. So if you want to buy, we should understand that the buyers are stronger than the sellers. It's very simple. And if you want to sell, we should understand that sellers are stronger than the buyers. To understand that, we have to see that levels, buyer levels are held. For example, if we saw a level at that point and price can't go lower, we understand that at this level there are big buyers or strong buyers and we can buy. But it didn't happen here. So we can expect the price to the next level, which is around 12,255. Or even we can make a risky trade because I can see nice volumes here. The problem is there are no level. So a trade with only one parameter is not good. So let's wait for another one, at least the proper reaction. And if you see that there is appropriate reaction to that volume, we can open a trade. So the reaction is quite nice. And if there is a second retest of that level, we can trade from it. The main rule in trading, never try to trade every movement. It's like trying to earn all money of the world. We need to wait for a nice pattern, nice situation, and only then we can make some money. And this is our main task here. Just wait until we get nice situation. I saw some nice trades. I can show you on the Facebook page of LMI company. Yeah, it's like not bad result, but it's crazy trading. I don't know how people can make like that on a real money account, because it's exhausting technique. It's scalping. It could get you a nice profit, but you can't make like that in a long period of time, because it's really exhausting. So you just trying to trade any signal you see, any signal you get. And some days will be profitable, some days you will get losses, because I don't think that a human being can stay so tuned, so perfectly tuned every day. And if you do a lot of mistakes, like mistakes can cause more mistakes, so you have to be really like powerful person to resist any temptations that you can get to get a revenge from the market. Because many people are losing money because they want to revenge. They want to prove the market that they are right. But you can't prove anything to the market. And I want to point your attention to one more screenshot. So actually, I don't know how people are making money if they profit risk-reward ratio is less than 1 to 2.5. So at least on a $1 of your risk, you need at least $2.5 of profit. Otherwise, your system should have like you should make around 60 or 70% trades in profit, and it's really difficult because you need to be a really professional trader with a big experience. But anyway, like I have a big experience, but I'm not trying to make a trade when I see that the risk-reward ratio is around 1 to 1. It's pointless, you know. And we can see that, for example, this trade, I don't know where the trader put his risk, but it's definitely around here or even lower. He opened 5 contracts here and he closes his position right here. And actually, when this situation happens, if price comes back to the range, you can at least expect price to get out of the range. And only if the price is failed to get out of the range, you can close your trade. So the point is, I know how it is difficult in real trading on real money when you got a bad position and you wait for some time, like here it was around 30 minutes, you're in loss, and it's quite big loss because it was open at around 39.92 and price went down around 5 or 6 points. Each point is a $50, so it's around 1,500 loss here. And I know it's not easy. And the first reaction when your position comes goes above entry point, you want to close it because finally you get some profit. But that means you never get what you expected. You ruin your plan because I think that trader was planning to take some profit much higher, and actually the strategy was nice. Probably the level was quite good here because we can see a retracement here. It was really nice, around 15 points. But what the point to close the trade and then to reopen it? So just remember this simple rule. If price comes back to range, so give it a try. Maybe price can go through the level. Maybe the price can break through this range and go higher, and you will get much bigger profit. Okay, I think we have two levels nearby, and we can try to trade from them. You see, after 30 minutes, we have more levels. I'm not saying they are better, that like they are strong, but they are good enough to make some profit, because the profit target will be the first profit target, I think, will be at 12,327, and our entry point I expect around this area. This is the first level, so I will try to open my trade as close as possible to this level, and the second level is at this point. So for example, if you open a trade at this level, my regular average risk per trade on a Nasdaq is around 30 points, 30 ticks, which is $150. And in this case, we can get around 140 pips, which is $700. So we can get 700 of profit, risking only $150. Okay, so it's like 1 to 4, 1 to 5. And if we open a trade at that level, we will have almost same risk. I don't know how big it will be, because I will place my stop loss only after I open a trade, and maybe I will have to move it a little bit, because price can go a bit lower than I expect, or I can enter a bit higher than I expect, and in this case I can increase my stop loss a little bit. Maybe it will be like 40 ticks, or maybe it will be less. It depends on the price level I open a trade. But anyway, it will be around I think $150 to $100 of risk, and the same target. The first target remains the same, so that there will be around 180 ticks. It's almost $1,000. So we will get nice risk reward. We are following the uptrend here, and the probability that we will get a profit here is quite high. Actually, I'm holding a position on Nasdaq, but I opened the ETF, and I hold it from the very bottom of it, since I think it's Friday. I opened it on Friday. no, not Friday, a few days ago. So I opened it somewhere like 12,000. Yeah, a few days ago. It was Wednesday. Let me see my trade details. Because I open not an Nasdaq, I open ETF, TQQQ. And it was around 21.58. So it was Friday. Yes, it was Friday on 3rd March. And I expect price to go at least to $26 here. So I just told you about it's similar situation. We looked at some trades, and I told you that if price goes inside the range, so I give it a try to break through the range, and in our case we have it. The price dropped down, it went back to the range. I opened my trade here, and I expect the price goes at least to $26 here. But it's like mid-range trading. It's not a day trading, because I usually trade here on like 1 hour, 4 hours time frame or daily charts. Okay, maybe it will take longer for the retest of this level. I expected price retest it. Actually, we can call this one a retest, because there is a really big volume. I missed it. But anyway, there is a possibility that price can come here again, and then we open a trade here. And also we have a good retracement on a crude oil. I don't see like really nice volumes here yet, but we can place alert, and if we see volumes, if we see good volumes, yeah, we can open a trade. Guys, if you have questions, you can ask me. We still have around 20 minutes. So we can discuss any topic you want. I think there is it's likely that price make a retracement here, but I don't like to short Nasdaq, especially on a strong uptrend. But there is a level, nice volumes, and there is a possibility that price can retrace here. The problem is with this kind of trades that you never know how far price can go higher before it drops down. It's much easier to predict long trades on a Nasdaq when the price is rising. Anyway, actually it's on any instrument. It's much easier to trade, to go along the trend, not to go against. It's much easier to predict. And that's why I'm not wanting to sell here. Even though we have a level, we have volumes. I found one more trade on the S&P 500, and this is much better situation because you see it's quite similar to that one we saw before, but the trader here I think is more experienced. He didn't close the trade when the price came back. He gave it a chance to go higher. But what do you think? Is it possible to make an entry point better at this case? Because what we have to pay attention for is always how much we risk in a trade and how much we get, how much profit we get or we can get. I don't have any constants. For example, if you ask me the value like 500, 1000, 5000, I'm not trading like that. It's all relative. So it's relative to the current situation. It's relative to what you see on the chart right now. For example, if we have these big volumes, so how big this volume is. Relatively, it's we can compare this volume with that one. It's a bit slightly less, but still it's quite big. And so you have to understand what is the biggest volume today. So I usually compare it's relatively. Yeah, I'm finding the biggest volume of the day, and I know what is the big volume. I'm not taking into consideration the volumes that appear on the market opening, for example, at 8:30. They are always big. And we can see that levels that appear a bit later, like 8:50, 9:05, they are much bigger or similar. So we can say that this volume is big, yeah. This volume is big, and this volume is big, and this volume is also big. And the same you can do on 1 hour chart or any other chart you have, because its market is changing every hour. It has different volumes. So in 1 hour the volume will decrease. It means we will never see this kind of volumes. Maybe we will never see this day this kind of volume again, because with time the volumes are decreasing. Only before clearing we will have like same big volumes around 3 p.m. or 3:15. We can get such big volumes. So never make constants on the market, because you will not be able to trade any market anytime. And if you don't have any constants, you don't know. No, it does mean that you have to know the numbers. You just have to compare it with others' volumes. And definitely you will have to adjust it every day. Every time it's different size. But actually, if you ask me what is the big volume on a 5-minute time frame, I would not be able to tell you, because I don't know. I never see these volumes. I never open the cluster this big so I can see the numbers. I'm not interested in these numbers. But I'm interested in the numbers we have at box chart, because these numbers helps me to make a precise entry point. So it's like different indicators that shows you. For example, 5-minute time frame shows me if level is good. Okay, the volumes are showing me how good is level, and tick chart or box chart is showing me the time when I can open a trade. So they have different meaning, they have different purpose. Same, like every time frame has its own purpose. Like the one hour time frame here, I'm using mostly now here. Yes, I'm mostly use it for detecting a trend. Where should I trade? Where should I go long or should I go short? This time frame I'm using to open a trade, to see smaller levels, so I can make a trade more precisely. So I can afford risk around $150 on this volatile instrument. Otherwise, if I don't use this time frame, small time frame, I will not be able to make a precise trade. So each element has its purpose, and each time frame, every settings you see here has its purpose. And this adjustment, it's quite easy, because you don't have to look through the numbers. I think only 5-10 seconds is enough to make these adjustments. If you want where to see what is important, what is not important, so you know how to adjust. Okay? Like you can open any instrument. I know that many traders are trading S&P, So let's look at it. So for example, when we are starting the day, it's all relative. Yeah? At 2 a.m. we have opening of European session. The volumes are increasing. So we can say that this is the biggest volume. And then we compare all other volumes with that one, because it is the biggest one. And we know that the biggest volume can stop the price. Then we have like some kind of accumulation or a small range, even we can call it a small range. And this volume can reverse the price. So it happens here. And also it will create a level of support. You see how it works? There is a support level. It supports the price. And it works very precisely. So if you place your limit order just 1 or 2 ticks before the level, you can get the best price here. So actually what we are expecting now on the Nasdaq, we are expecting the price to go back to our levels so we can get a good entry point. It doesn't mean that you have to guess where the price should reverse. If you don't have any level, it's not easy. So if you don't have levels, you have to wait until the price creates them, until the market creates them. And in our case, this level is already created. Let's look further. And you see how it works. This level reverses the price. And your entry point could be at this point. Your stop loss is here. So risking only $100, or let's say 150, because we have to place, it's around, actually it's $125, the entry point. Okay, let's make it 150. Okay. And you can get a good profit. For now, we are not expecting the price to go back to that level, but we have a range here, and we can trade from the lower boundary of this range, and we can get this kind of profit. It's around 15 points or even more, and it's around $750. Okay. And the risk will be around $100. But we should wait until the price goes to the level. And that will give us the opportunity to make a trade with a good risk-reward ratio. In this case, 1 to 7. On $1 risk, we get $7 of profit. So it's a good trade. Nice trade. It's a good opportunity. But to do this, we need to wait. It doesn't mean that the price will definitely come back here. Maybe not now, maybe not in the next hour. Maybe we'll have another levels. Yeah, it looks simple if you know how to wait. It's really simple. I think that trading is about waiting, not about making a lot of trades. It's like fishing, yeah? It's simple, but you have to spend your time when you do fishing, correct? Same in trading. It's very simple if you know what to expect, if you know where you can make money. And if you don't know where to make money, it's not easy. And the places where we can make money are the reversal points, are the points where buyers are very strong or sellers are very strong. So they can reverse the price. So you're right, trading is simple. The most difficult part is to follow the rules, to wait until you get a nice situation like we have this hour of trading, and actually I feel I'm pushed to make some trades because I want to show you something, but if I don't have any opportunity, I can't do it because I know I will not make money. Like I told you, there is a good level, nice volumes, and the price will go down. But I don't know when it happens because price can go a bit higher, and I will get at least like 2 losses here. But it happened. But if you're looking for a long trade, okay, I know that it will be much easier to catch a reversal if we're following the trend. So it's very simple, but you have to know the rules. And it's all written here, all levels are marked. Yeah, I'm not trying to create something at the moment. I marked all levels, and let's see what happened. I think we can prolongate our session a little bit. I want to see what happens at these levels, 12,292 and 12,282, because they are really nice. They can give us a nice opportunity, but probably I will skip this one again because we have like strong resistance at this point. It's created just 5-10 minutes ago, and it changes our plans. It means that the first level probably will be broken through and price can go to the next level. But the next level is really good. It's still interesting for us, and we can trade at that level. Let's wait. On a less volatile market, I would have placed a limit order somewhere around this level, 12,282. But because the market is volatile, I'm not sure that the 30 ticks will be enough. So I better wait for confirmation. And I will trade here only after I get proper confirmation. Maybe it will make my trade less precise, but I will have more chances for success in it. And the point is we have to understand how far price can go through that level, because it does mean that if price goes like to 12,250, I will not trade anymore. I will skip all long trades, because as I said, if price goes back to the range, it can easily go to the lower or to the opposite boundary of that range. We can allow it to go a bit lower. Some deviation is okay. But it can't be too low. We are skipping the first level. Even though we have good volume here. I think we need another 5 minutes here. It's okay. Let's wait for it. Because this trade can give a really nice profit. I can't say the market is strong because if you look at higher time frames, you can find that last few days price was falling dramatically, and now it depends on how far price can go through this support. If this support is not able to hold the price, it means we will drop down to like below 4,000 on S&P 500. And this could be a problem. Not a problem if you trade carefully, but if you are trying to open a long trade here, we can't make many efforts here. So only one attempt to open a long trade, because where is the biggest volume here? the biggest volume are at the top, and it's not a good sign for us. Okay, it goes lower, so let's be ready. Nasdaq is stronger today than S&P. S&P already went down below that level. They have similar levels here. So we picked a wrong instrument. If price doesn't go through this 12,282, it means we will not get a trade here. Okay, we can wait another 5 minutes, but if price do not come in this 5-minute level, we'll have no trades today. But you can watch it, you can see how it works. We can consider a long trade in this range. We can call it a buy zone. I have an idea. I can send this trade, if it happens, to our Telegram channel, because I think we can wait another half hour or maybe more until price gets to our level. Market could be really slow sometimes, especially when it comes to a good level that you see. But we are not making any trades before, so this is only the place where we can make a trade. And if you subscribe to our Telegram channel, you can find out what happened. Because price is bouncing back, and I'm not sure that the next 5 minutes will be enough to have the price here. But the point is, these levels are really nice because they give you the opportunity to have a low risk trading, and you can open a bigger position, you can get a nice risk reward. And I hope the price will come to this level today, so at least I can make one trade here. So guys, see you next week. I hope I will be able to make the same session next week. You can prepare some trades that you want to discuss, to review. We can do it on the next session, and that's why we have this Telegram channel, so you can send your trades there. Okay, have a good day. See you next time.